Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Tuning In, Learn to Be Your Own Psychic, where we move one episode at a time away from the need for external validation and towards the strong, confident trust in our own intuition. You guys don't need psychics, you are psychic. So, let me tell you about my day. While I was outlining this episode for the podcast, I realized I'm on my vibration plate, which is interesting because I was thinking about the vibration portion of this podcast. Then there's music and synchronicities, and then hit in the shower, and I check the time, and it's literally 11:11 and my birthday all mashed together. Crazy, huh? It's a beautiful thing, really, and I can't be anything but grateful. The way life is unfolding, the way I'm just swimming with ideas and almost overwhelmed, even getting things out there in creation mode. It really, really is a beautiful thing. I'm going to tell you a secret. It took a long time to get here. I've been channeling since I was 4, but I only recently, in the last couple of years, accepted that this was a significant thing to do, that it was exactly what it is and not some, oh, hey, sometimes I do this, but I never know when or how. That I had some say over tapping in and wasn't just at the mercy of the messages, that it happens the way it does, and that it's a part of my life the way it is, and it serves a purpose. It used to be something that I thought to be cautious about. It used to be something that I didn't really fully trust. Now it's something that I find peace in. It's a part of who I am, and it always has been. It's a shame I never truly saw it before, but now I am in a place of gratitude because it is such a sacred part of me, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to experience this. All of that to say that with that shift towards gratitude, I am demonstrating alignment. Now, this can happen in so many ways. We're going to talk about so much of this today. So hang on to your hats, kids, because this is going to get good. First, let's cover the basics. Gratitude is an emotion. What's an emotion? Emotion is a state we find ourselves in, a state of the heart, if you will. It is the manifestation of our energetic state at a certain vibration. We cannot control our emotions directly. We can indirectly, though. What the hell is she talking about? Well, if you are in the heat of the moment and something triggers you to make you angry, you can't control that you're angry. You can feel it, you can acknowledge it, and you can control the way you act while you're angry, but you cannot make yourself not angry in that moment. But when you find a moment to disconnect, you can accept that you got angry, identify what just triggered you, and then go to work on what you need to do in order to heal the situation, belief system, or conditioning that fueled you to react in that state. Does that make sense? So, this is why we do the work on our healing and spiritual growth journey, so that we can heal those hidden pieces that drive our behaviors and influence our reactions, responses, and overall emotional state with any given energetic interaction. Now, let's sidestep for just a second and talk about energy versus vibration versus frequency. Now, if you've heard me before, you've probably heard me say this: everything is energy, and energy is everything. I'm going to say it one more time. Everything is energy, and energy is everything. It is the foundation of existence. It is the primordial fundamental. Energy exists and it is always in motion. It never stops, it never ceases, it simply moves. That movement is vibration. Vibration is the current state of energy. It's rhythm, it's motion, it's expression. Vibration is what gives energy its form. But not all vibrations are the same. Vibration occurs at different frequencies. Frequency is the quality of the vibration, the rate at which it moves. Every experience, every emotion, every outcome exists at a frequency. To attract what you want, you align with the frequency of it. So, to be very specific, you don't chase, you tune in. You don't force, you align. You don't create from nothing, you transmute energy into another form. That's the secret. That's the power of frequency. Now you can see how emotion is a vibration manifestation, yes? Well, emotions carry frequency, and you can look up a bunch of charts out there and they will all be similar but different. Some of them will put gratitude below joy and love. Some of them will put gratitude at the top. Some of them will say enlightenment is the tip top. That is an umbrella concept that has many, many, many aspects to it. Let me tell you the truth about this hierarchy. Tip top is authenticity. Right under that is unconditional love. And right under that, gratitude. Top three, y'all. Gratitude is top three. So let's narrow our focus on gratitude and talk about the demonstration of alignment. Gratitude, intentional gratitude specifically, is life changing. And we're going to start easy and let's talk about simple ways to show gratitude. And this is to show gratitude for all the things you have. What are you grateful for? Could you make a list right now? Like, take a moment, like, really, really think about it in real time, right now. Take a moment and think about it. If you were to make a list, a gratitude list right now, what would be on it? Spend some time really appreciating what you have, all the forms of abundance in your life, not just the money. Money is strictly an energy, just like everything else. So it is just another form of abundance. And there are many forms of abundance. What abundant energies are you grateful for? This is important. So if you are just robotically stating things you should be grateful for, you're missing the point. Okay, you're just missing the point. We are not moving from obligation. We're not thinking what we should be grateful for. If you're saying, I'm grateful that there's food in the pantry, but you're not actually feeling that, you're doing yourself a disservice right now. You can move into that. But right now, I want you to think what you truly and actually are grateful for. We want to find the appreciation, the thankfulness. We are looking to tap into what gratitude feels like. It's an emotion, it has a vibration. It's about finding and moving into that frequency. So if you are just naming things that you should be grateful for out of obligation, you are doing yourself a disservice right now. Tap in to what you truly, truly are grateful for. Now, this is the beginning. In the beginning, you are just trying to connect to things you have a deep appreciation and love for, like really, truly showing love for. And you list the things, you feel the things. Once you tap in and feel the gratitude, once you get that sense of what that feels like, you should be tapping in and seeking this vibration, this alignment, this feeling on the daily, at least once a day. It's a really good daily practice to start and or end your day with gratitude. Another really, really good practice, say grace. I mean, you're really happy for the meal you're eating, yeah? Say grace. Show gratitude for the food. Maybe even add a little intention to it. A little mindfulness can be powerful in growing your appreciation for things you might have otherwise taken for granted. For example, before you eat a meal, take some time out to think about how it got to you. How much convenience did the process grant you? For instance, did you have chicken tonight? Did you buy that chicken in a store? If you did, then you didn't have to buy or breed the chicken, kill it, pluck it, or cut it up. Someone else did all that for you. Probably multiple someone else's. That's convenience. That's abundance. Take some time to honor that because you didn't have to do any of that. There's so much that we take for granted, and a bit of gratitude can do so much to change your perspective, your energy, your alignment. Now let's level up a bit, yeah? Let's think back to a time that wasn't quite Disney for us. A time that was difficult, heavy, a struggle. The deeper the struggle, the more powerful the shift will be. When you get it, answer me this. What was the most difficult part about that struggle? Now, if you come up with more than one thing, then just choose one for now because you can always repeat this process at a later time. But think on this for a couple of seconds. You got it? Now, how did you overcome that struggle? This might be a difficult and long answer, and that's okay. Do your best to trace it back. What got you through? Now, here's the big one. What did you learn? Even if it felt like hell, surely, if nothing else, you learned that you will survive, that you can overcome. Maybe even more, maybe a steeper lesson, a wisdom, a discovery of some deeper truth in who you are is in here somewhere for you, somehow. Do you know what the lesson is? If you do, the next question is, can you be grateful for it? If you aren't there yet, that's okay too. I wholeheartedly believe it's worth it for you to go back and explore this exercise again. If you want to do it right now, press pause. Take your time. There is something here, something to honor, something to be grateful for. When you can find gratitude, how does that change your perspective? Not just now, but then in the memory. Do you feel an energy shift? Now that you can find gratitude, now that you can see the lesson, the blessing, the wisdom, the growth, do you feel an energy shift? Exactly. It's one thing to be grateful when life is smooth. It's another to revisit that pain and feel reverence. To see your suffering and recognize the wisdom it gave you, that is sacred. Does it erase what happened? No. Does it sugarcoat your experience? Absolutely not. It transmutes it. It empowers you. Pain becomes wisdom. Survival becomes strength. Chaos becomes clarity. And suddenly, you realize you didn't just get through it, you grew through it. We can be grateful for that. You reshaped your scars into treasures to be honored with reverence because they show the warrior that you are. You took a piece of lead from the past and turned it into gold for your future, like an alchemist. Sit in that for a minute. Feel that gratitude. Now let's get a little harder, even more magical. Let's fold real time intention and mindfulness into the mix and show gratitude in times of challenge. This is the real impactful stuff. When life feels heavy, when the bills pile up, the plans fall apart, the same old cycle shows up again. Instead of spiraling into WTF, oh no, not again, I can't get a break, I'm broke, just stop. Stop, stop, stop. Just stop. Take a breath, or two, or three. I used to tell my girls, smell the flowers, blow out the candles. Take your deep breaths so that you can calm and center, and then shift your perspective right then and there, right in the thick of it, intentionally, deliberately. Remember that things don't happen to us, they happen for us. Remember that our experiences are neutral, not good or bad, neutral. That's our assignment. Duality is a function of perspective. The lens we use to interpret life is shaped by our belief system. Someone anchored in fear, lack, negativity, judgment, they will interpret everything through that lens. They'll find what confirms that viewpoint and they will feel stuck. Someone practicing mindfulness, someone choosing gratitude in the moment, they'll see the challenge as a lesson, not a punishment. They will find the silver lining. They'll transmute the challenge into wisdom and they will grow from it. Talk about a game changer. To surrender to what you can't control while transmuting the nature of the situation to benefit you after all. Wow. Talk about alchemy. Transmutation. Transmutation is the whole premise of alchemy. It's magic, but it isn't conjuring what isn't there. It's not creation or destruction. We're dealing with energy. It's transmutation. It's taking something that is already there and transforming it into something else. It's an energetic transformation. It's transmutation. Gratitude isn't just an emotion, it's an act of transmutation. It's the ability to take something heavy, painful, or frustrating and turn it into power. For instance, gratitude shifts lack into abundance. If you've been listening to me at all, you've heard you get what you give. You call in what you are focused on. This doesn't mean if I'm crying over my lion cheating ex, I'm going to call in another lion cheating ex necessarily. I mean, it's possible, but not necessarily. What I will call in is more of the same energy. This is about alignment. Remember, the universe is watching what you're staring at through that window, and we'll go into that proverbial store and buy it for you. So, what better accessory to wear when you are window shopping with the universe than gratitude? The moment you stop focusing on what's missing and start appreciating what's already present, you change the energetic equation. Lack is a frequency, so is abundance. Gratitude moves you between the two. Again, you don't chase, you tune in. You don't force, you align. You don't create from nothing, you transmute energy into form. And that transmutation is what the alchemy is all about. It's the secret. And it's all about the frequency. Gratitude transmutes resistance into flow. When you're stuck in stress, frustration, or overwhelm, everything feels tight, heavy, and movable. That's because you're gripping onto the problem. Gratitude softens the grip, releases the tension, and allows the movement. Switch gears and solve the problem. Then be grateful for the lesson, the wisdom, and the opportunity to grow. Gratitude turns obstacles into gifts. It doesn't mean you have to love every challenge. It means you have the power to decide what to take from it. When you find even one thing to be grateful for in the lesson, you shift out of victimhood and into mastery. Gratitude is the secret ingredient of manifestation. The universe responds to energy. When you feel abundant, you attract abundance. Gratitude signals to the universe, I see the gifts already here, and I am open to receiving more. This is the real magic. This is it. This is where the real magic is. Gratitude isn't passive, it's an active tool of transformation. When it turns lead into gold, it does not do it by making gold disappear, but by altering the lead itself. But it is intentional. It is a choice you make. And it's one that you make constantly and consistently, especially if you want to align, because you want to move in and maintain that frequency. So let me ask you this. What are you transmuting today? All right, guys, that does it for this week. This was a powerful one. You even got a little tips in there. Before we go, some good news. All 4 of my workshops are completed and on the website. They are available individually and in a bundle. These are empowered healing workshops. They will guide you into empowering your own healing journey with very important aspects and concepts within those aspects, and they all work together and overlap, intertwine, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. The bundles are also available with payment options, and we have the tuning in course available on the website as well. Come have a look. Shop crystals, book a session, book a mentorship, get some energy work, get a couple of Truth Seekers guides. It's all right there, all of it. RickyRay.com. I love you all. Thanks for hanging out and tuning in with me.